Hey, yeah, the thing's really cool. That's why I did it. All right, so I was gonna have a meeting, and instead, I just thought it was easier to just do a video of what the meeting would have been about. Um, so right now we're doing our Comic Con, our virtual Comic Con. We're not doing it. We're setting it up for the third year, um, and not that many people have really showed interest in it that are on the platform, and I'm just wondering if you were interested. There's Justin and a couple other people that like Ian and Peter that are interested. You don't have to do it, but that does count as points towards the whole Nova Nation thing, point system. Not that many points, but still. Speaking of that whole point system, so there's going to be some things probably getting added when we go into the new year. I'm going to talk to Dylan about that because he's has no idea about that. But there's a couple things that I want to actually probably still fall under the point system that is currently going. But there's maybe a couple other things that we can add or change. So if there are any things in the point system that you would like to see like altered or something, just let us know. Yeah, and we can figure that out. It's literally in the like agreement contract thing that we can always alter it if people need it to be altered. There has to be a majority, but yeah. We are still looking to try to get like a couple subscribers for Nova Nation. We had one recently, but it's Luke, so that doesn't really count. But it's still money, but still. We want subscribers from people we don't know. So we would really like to try to get some subscribers during our Comic-Con, but I would like to get one or two maybe before, which, it's only a couple weeks away. It is doable if, you promote enough. I'm trying to promote as much as you can, as much as I can, but social media does its thing. Even if Dylan says it doesn't, it does nerf things. There's tricks because the algorithms always change. I used to be able to use a bunch of hashtags instead of hashtags. Like after a while, you get shadow banned for using the same hashtags. So there's only so many hashtags I could use that are connected to the content that I make and share. So it's kind of annoying, but that's how it is. So there's another thing that I wanted to talk about. So I just added ink to the Comix Wellspring store. This does not take our store out of the equation. So this is what I was thinking as an idea. And he okayed it, I guess, but Dylan. So I bought a year subscription, which is $200, which means I have to make the money back somehow. So obviously I'm going to put more comics on there of ours. And if people are interested in putting their comics on Comix Wellspring, I can do that for you because I have that subscription. If you want to put your own comics on there, you have to get a subscription. You don't need to get a year subscription. I'm just doing that because I had an idea of getting a bunch of the comics from the platform to put on there. That way, like, we have a cluster on there, and they're not all from us. I can make it so it's from Medallion Comics or Triple Threat or Justin, Creepy Trees, all those. So if you do want your comic on there, that could be added to the point system as well. And we can actually put the comic as little more expensive on the Comix Wellspring. That's what I'm doing with ink. Ink is like 12 pages, and I like made it like $5 or $5.99, and then it's on sale for $5.99. You can do little coupons and stuff if you want. You just tell me like a type of coupon. I can like create the coupon on there. I can also do that on our website with our own stuff, but yeah. The only thing is, if you do want your comic on there, you have to pay for 25 comics for their warehouse. So for ink, it cost me, it says 50, but I'm pretty sure it was 25, but we'll see, because I accidentally shipped them to my house instead of the warehouse that it's supposed to go to. Anyway, they're supposed to be like, they're supposed to stay in their warehouse, and then, they send one out because like print on demand. So you get 25 printed. You can get more printed if you want, but there's just 25 just in case, like, they don't sell crazy amounts. And then it's just stored in their warehouse. And then as one is sold, they like pack it up themselves and ship it to wherever it's going. So that's kind of good. Like for like Dylan that's in Ireland, you can start getting stuff around like America and Canada or wherever. Yeah, so just an idea. It does cost different amounts depending on like the amount of pages, stuff like that. Ink was 16 pages. It's actually 16 pages because I added a couple pages, so it's not so short, but it's just ads and stuff like podcasts and stuff. For like 16 pages, it was like $112. So, and I think that was for 50, which I swear I did 25, but it says 50 for some weird reason. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll either see in the next day or two or something like that. But yeah, so that's one of the things I want to talk about. Another thing is we're definitely like looking to do Comic-Cons like next year. And in order to do that, we need to make money. And we're obviously trying to make money there. If you are interested in going to a con, we can totally figure all that stuff out. We did have a plan like back in 2019 or 2020 that what we were going to do was so I didn't sleep yet, so I've been packaging mint and stuff. So what we were going to do was let's say if some like Peter wants to buy a table, so if you want to have your comic at like the con that he's going to, somewhere in Montreal or wherever, you can like PayPal him some of the money or whatever, and then you could pay for part of the table, and then he would be there and he could sell the comic, like your comic as well as like his and whoever else. You get a profit if your comic sells and stuff like that. You have to we have to like figure out the whole pitch thing, because like not everybody knows the pitch for the comic, whatever comic you have. And we haven't done a Comic-Con yet, like ourselves. We haven't like been a part of one. We've only gone to a couple and just walked around and stuff, ate a cupcake. So yeah, we definitely are gonna try to do those next year. And they are expensive, so we're not going to do like a ton of them. Maybe we'll do like a store, because I know a lot of people do like store signings and stuff like that. We're trying to actually like start branching out and doing stuff. For the longest time, I was thinking I was kind of like nerfing us, because I just wanted this stuff on our website, and then it'd be like super exclusive. Obviously, like you can have your stuff wherever, but I wanted our stuff to just be on our website, and like we still do need like traffic, and we want traffic to go to our website, but I would really like for, you know, people to actually start seeing our comics and like reading them. And not saying that they won't by coming to our website, but we just need other channels. And it's like that has to happen like now. Like we've been a company for 5 years now, a little over 5 years now, and something's got to grow, and I can't just keep putting money in to creating these comics, even though I like doing it, because that's what I want to do. I don't want to work with my dumbass job, and like the platform has to grow, and the only way the platform grows is if people promote it. There are some people that are promoting. Some people, you know, you have lives, so I get that. But part of the whole, you know, getting the points and everything, that's like you have to promote. I do it almost every day. I have been like slacking on like promoting, but still I could get 100 points easy. And we're still doing ads like every day. Dylan is like looking through the ads and seeing if they're working or not. We have this whole like genre quiz thing as an ad. There's a bunch of other ads. We're going to be promoting our platform, obviously, and other people's stuff during our Comic-Con. If you do have a trailer of like a comic that's coming out next year or something, and you want that in part of the Comic-Con, we can show it, but your music has to be royalty free. It can't be a song that's like that is copyrighted or something, because I tried doing that like the first year or something. Some of the music didn't work because couldn't use it, so it was just mute. I have a plan to try to do a Kickstarter, but it won't be next year, and it would be a Kickstarter for the platform as a whole. So anybody that is interested in having their comics on that Kickstarter, we can start planning that. Better to plan it ahead of time than like the year it's going to happen. I'm trying to plan for 2024 for that to actually happen. The plan for that is to give Nova Nation subscriptions out through Kickstarter, and there's a way to do that without, you know, just making it not legal. There's like a rule in Kickstarter that you can't do something like that, but there's like a loophole, and I know the loophole, but because that's what I'm gonna do with our video game Kickstarter, because that's how you get the video game, is you have to like subscribe, and you would subscribe by paying for the tier, and then when you pay for the tier, that's like your reward. The reward is like the subscription for a year or 2 years or whatever it is, and then that money would be generated into the platform. So then we would also have to make money from the goal also to print comics, but we can only like do a limited amount of comics per creator. So we can't do like all 80 something comics on there. So I can't do ink, scales, Seer Chronicles. Like I would have to pick one comic, and then it would be like that. We could also do a different thing, kind of like a Shonen Jump type thing. It wouldn't be just manga, but it would be we collect them, like all the comics together in one book, and then we just print that. So it'd be like SeerNova Comics platform 2024 or whatever, and it would just be like whatever comic you would want in there of yours. You could do the first couple pages. We could still figure all that out, but like that's another idea that we could do. But I think doing a Kickstarter would work for the platform, and it would actually like start generating something. Traffic is one of the things that we really want. So if we can get people to subscribe and actually like sign up as a Nova Nation member, the money would go into as like, oh, so let's say Bob signs up for, who's Bob? So Bob signs up for like a year subscription. We would put in Bob's email and all that junk as a user. So we would sign them up, and then they have a subscription for a year. So they use it, don't use it, whatever. But like they have that subscription, and which I'm pretty sure they will use it because we have a bunch of stuff on there. So then that year subscription goes for an entire year, and if they want to renew it, they can. If they renew it, then that's just money being generated. I think that would work out well. So because that's one of the ways that the video game is going to work once we finally get that off the ground. Because that's in a little hiatus. It's been for this year. Yeah. Speaking of the game, So Scott, the guy that's been working on the game, he kind of like bowed out, not completely, but he can't like work on the placing of objects and stuff because I guess his stress level or whatever. So we actually have Hector's friend Chris we're looking into like having him do it, and he's going to be like working on the game more, but I have to find money to pay him to do that. So we're figuring all that out. So we just haven't been like doing meetings and like being quiet for a reason. There are reasons why we're doing this whole year. In the beginning of the year, I didn't even think that, not beginning of the year, like mid-year, I didn't even think that we did that much, but we actually did quite a lot. And our year is like coming to a close soon, as we don't really do anything on social media in December. So obviously we updated the website, and the website has the whole Nova Nation thing. So Nova Nation became a thing. We added this thing called the Vault, which is kind of like the crypt of Mortal Kombat, except we're gonna add like more stuff, and it's not just a video game. So the behind the scenes stuff that I want people to add would be great if you did. That's the kind of stuff that people would be able to see in the Vault. So there's already a bunch of stuff from ours, like Comix or whatever, like inks and pencils and all that stuff. So if you have any inks or pencils or whatever and you want to share that, we can make a section, and then you just put it in your folder. We have a folder for each one of you. If you somehow don't have a folder, I'll give you the link for your folder, and then you can put your like pencils or whatever in anything you want to share in the Vault. That's like behind the scenes stuff that nobody has seen really. Just put it in your folder, and then I can upload it. But you have to like tell me that it's in the folder. I don't just look in every folder every day. What else? We kind of like lost touch with we didn't completely lose touch, but we have to find a time to talk to the printer that's in Canada. And then we were talking about a couple of months ago printing for like Canada, their studio press or whatever it's called. Luke got comics printed for Seer Chronicles through there, and then they were talking to us through email about that whole thing of like trying to like drop ship stuff, kind of like Comix Wellspring, but it would be in Canada. So we're looking to do that. So that will probably be a next year thing, because we're just busy working on the Comic-Con basically up until the point of we're done for the year. We'll be having meetings sometimes in December, but it won't be like at much because holidays and stuff. I would like to use the Discord. Dylan does post like freelancer jobs and stuff in there, so you could totally get a freelancing job just by, looking. You don't have to live in Nashville, even though his says Nashville. Live wherever. It's like Upwork and stuff like that. I have to look more into Upwork because I don't want to do my job anymore. Okay. Also, yes, if you want to be part of the Comic-Con, we have those forums. I've sent those links multiple times, but I can send it again in the Instagram group. If you're not part of the Instagram group for some reason, which if you're seeing this video, you have to be part of that, or if you're on the Facebook group, I can put the links in the comments or whatever below this video when I upload it to the creator group on Facebook or Instagram. Next year we're going to be busy with a lot of things, so we're not going to be silent. Like we're going to try not to be silent. But yeah, that's things happen. Our meetings don't even last as long as they used to because life. Let's see here. So the things that we actually have planned for ourselves, we're gonna announce the stuff at the Comic-Con that we are doing, but you guys are part of the platform. So we're gonna have like 4 Kickstarter. We're gonna try to have 4 Kickstarters next year. There's gonna be the Seer Chronicles 3, Ink 2, Mittens 2, and the last issue of Chronicles of Horror, but it's not called Chronicles of Horror anymore. We just got rid of the name because it's like the TV movie thing of that. That's what this last issue is about. So we're going to be doing 4 different Kickstarters. So I will be busy fulfilling Kickstarters when we fund them, on top of trying to make the platform better, like we keep trying to do. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be busy doing. And there's another thing that I wanted to talk about because maybe one of you are interested or a couple of you would be interested. I think this would also be part of a point system, obviously, because it's going to be a show or whatever. So I like axed the SeerNova podcast live thing. I didn't get rid of our SeerNova podcast, but like the live stream thing that I do for like crowdfunding, I kind of wanted to like get rid of that because it takes up my time, and some people were like sad, I guess, that I didn't even think people cared about it. But they were like sad or just like, why are you done with that? Kind of like out of nowhere. And it was just like, there's already so many shows like that. So instead, we could either do, there's be a newsletter and it would have like a bunch of campaigns that are going on, which have nothing to really do with you guys unless if you have a campaign at whatever time, and then you just tell us, and then that could be part of the newsletter. I can also create a page on the website that would have all current campaigns from whoever is, and it wouldn't just be a link. There would be like, a picture and all this other stuff. Like it would just be a community page for like indie creators and stuff like that. So if you ever have a crowdfunding campaign of some kind, that would be on that page. I was trying to make that earlier this year, and then I was like, kind of need some traffic, but I still think it would be a good idea to do because someone will come across that page and will click on one of those and be like, oh, this is cool. What's another? Oh, so I was talking to Dylan, and because we have so many podcast episodes, I have an idea. So there's this thing in our link tree that has been there, and like it's like, I think the final like form of it will be coming out next year, and this is like what I wanted to do from like a while ago, but we needed enough content in order to do it. I think a way to like kind of not annoy people, but like show our faces, at least our faces, because some of you have never been on our podcast or whatever, is there's a thing in our link tree called SeerNova TV, and I want to actually create that as a thing. And by using Restream, which is what I'm using right now, instead of StreamYard, which is literally the same thing, it's just cheaper. What the idea was is so shows would be playing, so it would be an old episode of, and it would be scheduled, so it would be like a scheduled thing. We'll have a whole guide thing on our website, and it would be playing on our website. It would also be playing on Facebook and stuff. I can stream it to where I want to stream it. I could be asleep and like Breakfast Talk would be playing, so like that's just an idea like what I would want to do. You can only do up to like 10 hours or something with a certain account, but there's nothing that's 10 hours. And I think it's only 10 hours per video or whatever it is. So if I upload a certain video, like it would be able to play the whole podcast episode, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, like I'm thinking of doing the whole SeerNova TV thing. So I can have like the old episodes of Breakfast Talk, Brunch Bulletin, maybe. Could also bring that back because I did pay for the animation, and kind of a waste of money that I paid for the animation. I've been thinking about that this entire year. We ended that, and I paid for the animation, and we're not even like doing that show anymore, which is basically a newsletter in video format. So, yeah. So if you want to do like a SeerNova TV thing, that could be part of the point system. How that would work is like obviously like Nova files could turn into a video one. So if like Peter and Ian actually wanted to do a video of that, you could do that. And you could record them still, and then I can upload them, and it would just be part of the like SeerNova TV like schedule. So it would be every however long per week or per 2 weeks, every bi-weekly, whatever it is. And yeah, so we would like upload that. Our podcast is still happening, obviously, but our SeerNova podcast is changing to bi-weekly. Yeah. So because we're gonna try to start getting guests that people I don't really know and Dylan doesn't really know. We're gonna try to get people that are more not professional, but like not people we. So I'll try to like get someone from like Image Comics or whatever, which it can be done because like there are people I know that have had people like that on their podcast, and they're just as big as us or whatever, or small. Yeah, so that's a bunch of the stuff that I want to talk about. There's I don't even know what I was gonna say. Yeah, so I think that's good. That's it. It's almost 30 minutes. It's not an hour. So yeah, just please watch this because there's a lot of stuff in this that I would like opinions on. So if you guys have any idea of like things you want to add to like anything that I'm talking about, that'd be cool. We would like, I know like it takes a while to make a comic. Definitely know that, but we're trying to add more people to the platform. Not to push anybody out, but we want more comics added, and like it's kind of been like a little slow of doing that. So we just added one new person. There's another person that is interested, but like he wants to wait until his comic is like ready, which makes sense. Yeah, so this new guy, Josh Bryce, he has the first 10 pages of his comic, Shadow of Death. That's up on there to read for free. He knows a whole point system thing, so he's going to be trying to do all that. Well, that's what he said. I get that promoting is hard sometimes, but I make posts and they go into that folder that you all have access to. So all you have to do is take the post, download it, and depending on if it's an Instagram story or a post or Instagram post or Twitter post, just use whatever one that is on that platform, and then just you could write your own copy, like a paragraph, not even a paragraph, like a sentence of like something that relates to what it is, like join the platform or whatever it is. Yeah, so that's it. I have nothing else to say for now. I think I might do these instead of like a newsletter to you guys, because some of you probably don't even open your email as much or at all. I don't know. Yeah, if you actually do know anybody that would want to join the platform, let us know. They like you know like how to join the platform. So I think we should probably make like some kind of forum on the website. I've kind of wanted that for a while, but I don't know if maybe there was like a reason why we didn't do it. But yeah, I'm gonna like talk to Dylan about that. Just so they don't have to like go through us and like kind of like a weird, you know, like, oh, you got to message us, and there's that whole like wall of like, oh, first I have to message you and see like if you like me or whatever. Which, just if you have a comic, it should be up there, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have comics on there, but you know, they have to, if they want to earn a profit, they have to try to help the platform grow. So okay, so that is it. Yeah, so if you want to join the Comic-Con, let us know. And all this other stuff, please watch the video. I hope you are watching this video, because there's so much stuff in these 30 minutes and yeah. So yeah.